there's no dearth of numbers that continue to pour in. HUL is one you spoke about. The other one in focus is Star Cement. They reported a good set of third quarter numbers. Our colleague Nigel D'Souza caught up with the management and began by asking them about the price increases in the fourth quarter. Take a look at what they had to say.
So to answer the question regarding the price, I think the price right now already is, quite high. And compared to quarter three, I think the prices are stable. I don't think there's any planned increase in the prices. Quarter three, we touched the premium sales to about 17%. And our aim is to make it reach about 25%.
So what kind of volume growth are you looking at for the company on the whole for FY26? And on that sort of a base, since you have a couple of capacities coming on stream, what can you guide for FY27?
For quarter four, what we can expect is about 10 to 12% growth for this quarter. I think we'll be commissioning our Silchar plant this month itself. I think for the next year, we can expect a growth between 12 to 15%.
North-East market has been yours. You have been the dominant player out there. However, now competition has eyed that market as well. What do you make of your market share? And do you believe you're under threat? At what market share would you be satisfied?
So, no, I think, of course, there are some companies which are interested in Northeast, and they do plan to probably set up their capacities. We right now maintain about 26% market share. We plan to remain the market leader in the Northeast. I think setting up capacities in Northeast is not as easy because there are a lot of local, geographical, and political issues that one faces while putting up plant. So I know that there is interest in Northeast. I do think that for the next 2-3 years there will be no significant entry in Northeast.
The big worry is that GST rationalization has taken place. And Investec has pointed out that for a company like yours, that could be a bit of a risk in terms of profitability, in terms of cash flows as well. So tell us, in terms of an EBITDA per ton, what can you guide for, since the incentives, as we can see in the past quarter as well, has been coming down?
So I think the impact of the reduction in the GST was about 150 rupees per ton. So the entire quarter three results, the GST regime changed in September. So the entire quarter three results are actually in the new GST regime, where the GST has fallen from 28% to 18%. And as you see in the margins broadly stay intact. So I do not see that, the reduction in GST would have a significant impact in terms of the margins, as reflected in quarter three, and will also be reflected in results of quarter four.
So EBITDA per ton should hold in this vicinity of around 1,550 to around 1,650, or do you want to give us a different range?
So I think it really depends, quarter to quarter. I think for quarter four, our range would be about 1,800. And in quarter one and quarter two, it may dip a bit.
Okay, all right. But even with this GST rationalization, you expect to stay above that 1,600 rupees per ton. Fair to say?
Yes. Year average should be above 1,600, yes.
Got it. Tell us, what is the target now? Once this grinding facility is commissioned in Assam, then you go to around 9.7 million tons or thereabouts. But you've got a very, very ambitious plan to move capacity, particularly in North India. So what is the total Capex that you are planning on, that you've laid out with regard to this expansion? And if you could tell us, how will you fund it?
Yes. So, so our focus right now is to, diversify against only being in Northeast to other areas as well, like North. North, out of all the mainland, regions, comes across to be the most stable and profitable. And the growth in the market is also quite steady in North. So, we have acquired mines in Nimbol area, and we do plan to start putting up a plant in quarter 3 calendar year this year. And our plans are to put up a 3 million clinker plant in Nimbol, along with 3 million tons of grinding and 2 million tons of grinding in Haryana. So our plan in North right now for the next 3 years is about 5 million tons. And additionally, we also plan to put about 2 million tons in Bihar. which would be fed by Northeast clinker.
Okay, all right, got that. Now the problem is the Capex number. Could you just highlight that?
So the Capex number for the clinker plant, which we plan to put in Nimbol, the clinker plant that we plan to put in Umrangshu and Assam, the grinding units in Bihar, Haryana and Rajasthan, the overall Capex would be about 4,800 crore. This could be done in the next 4 years. And the way we plan to fund this capex is, of course, through our own cash accruals, right? Because the company is profitable, and we do see in the next 3-4 years that our profitability will maintain, and also through a fundraise, which we will do at the opportune time, because our aim is to keep our net debt to EBITDA to less than 1.5.
Got it. All right. Since you're going to be looking at that fundraise as well, there's been an interesting development. One of the promoter entities, they sold out to Ultratech Cement. What if Ultratech Cement writes a nice big check and says, Tushar, we want to buy the company? Do you believe that the promoters could come to some agreement and then you have a larger player that comes and takes over Star Cement?
I think, one of the promoters selling stake to Ultratech had happened more than 1 year back. And, if that had to happen, I think you would already had some news. I don't think we have any plans right now of doing that.
Has Ultratech reached out to you all though, and they said they want a bigger chunk in the company?
No, nothing like that. There's no communication, regarding that.
The current promoter continues to run the company?
Yes, yeah.
To expand into the other markets, you have got a limestone mine, and that's come at a very, very significant premium. But you're also talking about getting some legacy mines. What's the probability of getting that?
I feel the probability is quite high, and I think in a month's time we will have further clarification regarding it. And once we have the clarification, we'll probably be able to submit it and inform others.
All right, so that is the management of Star Cement.